Okay, good night, good evening. Let's get started. It is October 12th, 2016, and this is our weekly Team Inspire call. And let's see, there's so much going on this month, you guys. And I apologize in advance. I'm having a lot of internet issues again, so I'm actually using my hotspot. So yeah, let's just hope everything goes okay. So if it's glitchy, I apologize, and I'll re-record any portions if I need to. But tonight I really wanted to talk to you guys about brand and value. But before we get into the topic, I want to make sure that you guys are in the back office seeing all the really awesome notifications that we're getting from the Coach Breaking News and all the different things that are coming up. So let's see, top challenge pack sellers promotion. The top challenge packs are still all in effect. This is going to be the last month for all 15 of those packs that you guys have been seeing: the Country Heat, 21-day fix, fix extreme, 22-minute hardcore. All of those same packs are on sale. And then what they've done this month is if you're one of the 10 top challenge pack sellers in October, you could win an exclusive Beachbody On Demand branded Apple Watch. So to get details on that, go to FAQ 2844. I know if you guys are in Team Dynamite, you're seeing action. I want to say Tish is going for the Apple Watch. So if anybody is a more motivating team member, it's Tish for sure. So top challenge pack sellers promotion this month. And let's see, also this month for Success Club, for those of us that make Success Club 5, this month we're going to get a personal development webcast with social media expert Eric Qualman. And I have to say, I apologize, I've never heard of him, but I know that Beachbody won't let us down because we've had some incredible personal development speakers, and everybody is just usually amazing. So you'll earn an invitation to personal development webcast hosted by social media and technology expert Eric Qualman. So it sounds like it's right up my alley for sure. Core de Force is coming in November. If you guys were lucky enough, you got to do the sneak peek. That was kind of fun. And so it's going to be launching in November. And we know that's from super trainers Jericho McMatthews and Joel Friedman. And it's basically mixed martial arts inspired total body workout. And it's 30 days, no equipment, and the new news and fitness nutrition program features MMA moves and techniques from Muay Thai, kickboxing, and boxing that work your core. And if you want to slim down, you're going to have to fight for it, is basically what their slogan is. And I did get the opportunity to hear Jericho speak at the last Super Saturday, and she talked about how different this nutrition program is and how they're going to be doing some carb cycling within those 30 days. So that really is exciting to me because for a long time now we've got the container system and people are, it's similar to eating your macros and things like that. But we are hearing more and more how successful people are with carb cycling. When I was prepping for competition, we were doing carb cycling almost the whole way through. So, that's something that helps to spark your metabolism and keep you, your body guessing and losing and stuff like that. So I'm really actually personally interested to see how the nutrition plan is designed for this program. For more information on that, that's FAQ 5215. And I was just looking at the calendar myself because it looks like challenge packs for Core de Force will be able to be available on Halloween 31st. So 2 weeks after that, I'll host our own exclusive Core de Force challenge. If anybody wants to jump into that, start thinking about that now. Sharing with your customers about this coming, people that are, they were into Les Mills combat, and that sort of thing. Those are the people that you start talking to now about this, getting things in place so that they can be a part of our exclusive Core de Force challenge. FAQ 5215 for that. And then there is also an email collector. So you can go into the back office and click the link for that. The email collectors are really cool because you can basically get that out to, anybody that might be interested. I wouldn't do it like a spammy thing, but you can send it to people that you personally message and then have their information and basically say to them, if you would like to be the first person to know about when the program launches, let me take your email, click this link, and they'll be notified right away, and they kind of get on that little mailing list. But they get attached to you that way, so that's huge. And speaking of Super Saturday, October 29th is Super Saturday. Please, please, please find one to get to in your area. If you need help finding a location, you can go into the back office and get that link as well, or I can post that for you. Just message me and we can upload that on our team page. I know that our one for Boston I've decided to come down for is on Friday. So sometimes I do them Friday, sometimes I do them Saturday, and sometimes I do them on Sunday, just depending on who's hosting it and where it is. So get that information so that you can attend. Honestly, it's a must-see event. It's like a mini summit. So when you go to those, you have these amazing aha moments. I mean, I always think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to drive to it, and then it's going to be like 3 or 4 hours, and I really do, think sometimes, do I have to go? Do I have to go? If you're serious about this business, you have to go. I think it's a requirement. There's game-changing information that you'll get when you're at a live event, and nothing compares to, we're seeing each other's avatars online and in our team pages on Facebook and stuff like that, but nothing compares to being in person, the motivation, the inspiration, the live workouts, hearing the talks, the trainings, all of this stuff. I feel as though it should be mandatory. If you're serious about your business, you need to be there. So October 29th, and get to a location near you. So this is something new. Team Spirit registration opens October 17th. So it says our new Team Spirit competition is right around the corner, and registration opens the 17th. How will your coach organizations stack up against the competition? Which team will secure bragging rights to call themselves our first ever Team Spirit champions? The competition kicks off November 1st, so start preparing now. FAQ 1726 has all the details. So I tried to read up a little bit about this, but you can go in and get more information too. Coaches register themselves individually, and as part of the team organization they identify with. The team with the most Team Spirit points at the end of the month becomes the Team Spirit champions. Team Spirit points are accrued by earning Success Club points and by my challenge tracker activity. So there are 2 opportunities for both teams and individuals to win. And so again, you guys can go back into the FAQs to look at the real details, but there are several categories. There's 5 categories you can win in. So it's not all about Success Club, right? This is about being active as a coach. 5 categories are Team Spirit champion, highest number of Success Club points, highest average number of Success Club points, most participants on a team, and most spirited team. So it's really just being a part of the team that counts. I think my question might be that if you have to register your team, do we want to join forces with Team Dynamite so that we have a greater advantage to have more participants as a whole? We're not a very big team, Team Inspire, but we are also part of Team Dynamite. So that might be something that we look to identify with. I'll definitely talk to Heather, but I would see that would be something that we should probably be doing so that we can work together to create, the 5 categories where we can win, right? And then individuals can win in the following categories: Success Club 5, and be the top 20 Core to Force Challenge Pack seller. So those are for individuals. So the teams have the 5 categories, and then the individuals have those 2 categories. The competition period is from November 1st to the 30th. So again, go back and check the details on that. I'm sure that we'll have more information coming forth. It's kind of cool, but it's good that you can register yourself individually, but then, if you want to be part of the team, it's the team as a whole is my understanding. So, that's kind of exciting. So something new and different, right? Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys. I mentioned several times to you that I've been talking to you about this training that I've been doing, and it's been for some weeks now, and it's just getting really exciting and really interesting. And, I've been trying to put myself in the shoes of if I was a brand new coach coming on board and I took this training, if it would be helpful, or if you really had to be kind of seasoned at what we do for it to be helpful. I can see pros and cons to both, but I also really feel like this is the way a new coach should start versus all the stuff and crap that we did when we first started, because it's a different and better way of accomplishing the same thing, and it's more efficient. I always say that I'm kind of like a late bloomer when it comes to this stuff, that I get stuff a little bit late. So it has taken me a little bit longer to really get to where I am with my coaching business. But coming into this training is for me, I feel like it's perfect timing, because I've gone through all the stumbling blocks. So now that I get this business and I get what I'm supposed to be doing, and I have like a consistent flow every single day, adding this is just, it's exciting, because now I can see I was here and doing one thing, and this training is showing me another way to do this over here. And I can't wait to get to this part, but I have to learn it before I can get there. But all the stuff I'm learning along the way is just so crucial and so important. And again, I'm not sure it's hard for brand new coaches because a lot of stuff is really overwhelming, but I'm going to try my best to convey as much as I can to you guys, because the more that you latch on to what I'm learning and what I can convey and to help you with your business is going to be huge. Just another way to grow your business without spinning your wheels, messaging 100 strangers a day. We're talking about reaching out and talking to people who are exactly like you. We're talking about people coming to you and driving droves of people to your website, your page rather, your Facebook page, versus you having to seek them out. So I don't know about you, but that gets me excited to know that people like me are going to come find me instead of me going through my Fitness Pal and Instagram and all these things, sifting through stranger after stranger after stranger to find a common equality with that person to invite them to our team, right? Okay. So, but a big part of this is our brand, okay? And then I'm seeing this a lot lately with our teams and some coaches and things out there. So I really want to make sure that this is covered. And Heather covered this earlier this week too. But how important your brand image is, and this gets said a lot, but it's really just so important. And I'm guilty of it too, and I struggle sometimes with it too. But getting better at it is kind of where we need to be with that. Okay. So if you're posting Beachbody, 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 Beachbody all the time, Shakeology, you're completely missing the boat. Okay. And I can't say this enough. Your business in your brand is not Beachbody. It's you and your journey. And what you're all about. Okay. So here's a list of things that you should never, ever, ever do. Okay. Post your link to your Team Beachbody page. Don't ever do that. And don't ever post your link if you have a website, just one that maybe you've had made for you. It's gross. And nobody's clicking on that. Nobody is going to say, oh, look, there's Meggin Anderson, I'm going to go click on her. Like, total strangers are not going to do that, right? They don't know anything about you. They don't know anything about what you do. They're totally not going to click on your post. Okay. We used to say, the 80-20 rule about posting, but honestly, I don't really agree with that. I really don't feel like you need to even mention any brands. Talk about what you're doing and feeling. Those are the things that you need to be talking about. Sure, share your workout, but don't go into detail about Beachbody. The details should be about how it's changing you, how it's affecting you, how it's transforming you, how it's a part of your life. That's what you should be talking about. Thoughts and feelings, and what is happening with you as a result, and not what the brands are. I've even gotten so much, I've gotten away from saying Shakeology. I really personally have struggled presenting Shakeology anyways like that, just because I feel like it's so spammy. So in like holding the cup and kissing it, or how people always say that they're doing that, I try not to even post pictures of it, just because I think, it's too like in your face. If someone asks me, or I say like I'm going to, my kid's soccer game and I love having my superfood snack while I'm there before, and then they ask me about it, is what I want. I don't want to be like, I'm taking Shakeology to the soccer game because it helps me with my digestion and it helps me with energy. And, that is not the way that you want to go with that. We know all that stuff. That's great. But when you're posting about what you're doing, you're posting about you, okay? You're not posting about all the brands and Beachbody, because you're not Beachbody. I mean, the reason why people are going to follow you is because of you. They don't care about anything else. They care about you. Don't post multiple times about your challenge group either. People really don't get what a challenge group is. So when you post about it, it's almost falling on deaf ears. I try not to do that either. I post more about free groups than challenge groups. And I message people individually about challenge groups, because you have to have that conversation going with them about getting to that point of the invite. Maybe like once a week you could post about a challenge group. But you definitely don't want to be posting multiple times about that. And same thing with your, coach sneak peeks or anything like that. It's falling on deaf ears. People are seeing that and they're like, what is that? Unless you have built this credibility where like Melanie Mitro can get away with posting all of these things. She has trainings, she has all these things going on, but because her followers know that she is this, huge CEO entrepreneur for her coaching business. Forget that the people don't want to be sold. They want to be heard. Reach out to more people and say hi and just listen. Your goal every single day should be just to make friends with people. Your goal needs to be to build value and give value. So every day, instead of, you can, go ahead and friend request, 5 people a day or whatever it is, so you don't go to Facebook jail, but then you should be just saying, hi, how's it going? Starting conversations every single day with people. Your goal should just be to make friends. It should not be to make Success Club, because what's going to happen as a byproduct is that you're going to ultimately get into those conversations that are going to lead you into asking people their goals. What are they looking to achieve this winter, health and fitness wise. It will get there, but you can't just be like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, what are your goals? I mean, people are like, what? Or unfriend. Okay. So, and again, if you're doing a lot of these things, then you're losing credit. You're probably going to be losing credibility because people aren't listening to you. But it's not too late to turn things around. I mean, you can always start over in this business. This is just so great about this business. And like, I've thought about that a million times. For a long time, I had this fan base on my like page that I totally didn't connect with. And I thought about dumping it. Like in our training that we're in, we've heard that several times. People said, you know what? I just dumped my like page and started over because the people on there were not people I connected with. And you get that feeling sometimes when you grow a page and they're full of people you don't have anything in common with. And so that's totally fine. And you can start over, and there's always a way to turn it around and start new. Okay, so here are our list of things you should always do, okay? So you want to share your journey like breadcrumbs all of the time, okay? You want to share your ups, your downs, how you're persevering, your struggles, how you don't want to maybe do your workout, but you go and do it anyway, do that kind of stuff. Today I was so frustrated with the internet, and I wanted to squeeze somebody. I was so frustrated. Yesterday was the same deal. So I just took this horrible face picture of myself and posted it. And I know people also struggle with their internet. So, my frustration levels were way up today. Stuff like that, even stuff that, you're dealing with. I mean, I'm struggling all the time with eating on the weekends. I don't know why I still struggle with that, but I'm sharing that on my page. And I know that people can relate, and they're saying, yes, we understand too. Stuff like that. Your kids do something during the day, or you're going on a field trip or whatever it might be, right? You're sharing. It's like a blog. You should be sharing about your life. Your page should be like your reality TV show. People want to know what makes you tick, and that you're not all about health and fitness. You want to be you. Share your original thoughts and ideas and your pictures. Don't be a cookie cutter of someone else. A big thing, and that I've seen a few times this week, is that when you post a quote or you reshare a quote, instead of resharing or giving somebody else the credit, take the words from the quote and take like a picture of your backyard, or take a picture of yourself and maybe make it like black and white or something, and then put the quote on there. And like I've done, like you can make the quote like a color, like yellow or pink, and then you're black and white behind it, and stuff like that. So so make your own. That's how you make things your own. And you can do that with anything. So like any of the common quotes that we see there about Motivation Mondays or anything like that, take your face and put the quote on it, or take, like I said, your backyard or something really cool, maybe outside, like a leaf, or like if you're talking about something specific, like, a quote that struggles, with wine and cheese or whatever, take a picture of wine and cheese, that kind of stuff, Let's see where I left off. Sharing about you. Pick 5. We always talk about picking 5 things that make up your brand. So, and Beachbody is not one of those things. So you want to start weaving those things into your post. Like I talk about leaving breadcrumbs all the time, telling your story, and then that way people naturally will gravitate to you. If you start talking about what's going on with you in your life and what you're about, like if you're a Lutheran or a Catholic or a Republican, or you suffer from IBS, or if you have binge eating disorder, or you've competitions, whatever it is that you're all about, those people are going to naturally be gravitating to you, and there you have it. They're coming to you, and you have something in common with them to talk about, right? So the more that you do that, and the more you talk, and then going live with video is huge too, because people are then going to see your personality and be more drawn to you with that as well. So, we're all guilty of this from time to time. Honestly, I've been there myself, and I'm really just learning so much, like I said, in this training. I've struggled sharing my story a lot, and I've never really opened up because there's a lot of things that I'm really embarrassed about. So I'm really trying to get over those things, but the most embarrassing and vulnerable things are going to be what sets you apart from everyone else, and is going to make people, gravitate to you. We want to stop being those gross salespeople that we see from the other companies, like the wraps, buy one, get one free wraps. Like, what is that? What sets you apart from other coaches is your journey, what you overcome, your vulnerabilities, and you sharing that. It's you. I can't say that enough. It's all about you. If you want, I can share the interview questions with you guys that I told you about in the last call. I had a chance to be interviewed. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but it really just uncovered so much content that I could ever imagine. I'm in the process of having it transcribed, so that is going to enable me to have all of this content to be able to share all the time. And I really think about now, after I've been interviewed, all these other things I can talk about now when I'm going through my day. I could say, I remember a feeling like this when I first read this personal development book, and how it grounded me, and just stuff like that. You know what I mean? You're sharing about, personal development, what you're eating, what you're going through, your family, and those sort of things. So while you're focused on telling your story and sharing what you've come and what adversities you've overcome, you need to add value to and build that on your page, right? So people are starting to be drawn to you, and maybe you're even doing something like you're having a contest to build likes on your pages, right? So now the people are coming on to page. So you need to, how do you captivate them and keep them there? Well, you continue with the awesome content. You continue talking about yourself. You continue maybe sharing recipes that you love, whether you're going live or you do a recorded video. You could do stuff like that. But you also need to provide that content that's going to keep them coming to your page and want to learn more, right? So what are really, we talk about having free groups all the time, but once you start to really put your brand together on your page, these groups are just going to allow you to add that much more value. I think when we were first, got started, our old way of thinking about free groups was that people were there, they're moochers, they're there for a free ride. But then your new way of thinking should be that you're on a mission to help as many people as possible in the 30 days or the 7 days and grow your free groups. So it could be something as simple as a 7-day water challenge or a squat challenge or a plank challenge. I mean, I always like to do the clean eating challenge because nutrition is really important to me. And I've read the whole 30, so I love to talk to people about paleo and clean and labels and things like that. So that's something that's right up my alley. Maybe you're a crock pot cooker and you love to do that sort of stuff. So you could do like a crock pot group. There's so much information out there, and you could just go on Pinterest forever and get information about how to create yourself a free group. And so then guess what happens? You have all these people that have joined your free group. So I'll give you guys an example. I started to promote a free group that I'm doing. I decided to do a 14-day group, a little bit longer than 7 days, shorter than 30, to just see where it went. And I had started with maybe 4 people in the group, and overnight it's at 100, almost 125 people now. And so what I've been able to do is not only are the people that are liking my page coming and seeing it and they're adding themselves, but I've asked them if they invited, if they would add 10 people, add 10 friends to the group, they would be entered into win a drawing to win a prize. So guess what then? I've got these people adding the tens and tens and tens and tens of people. And so then you're saying to yourself, okay, that's great. Now what do you do with all these people? All right, so this is your way that you can then you can message these people. So now I'm going in, and this is 125 leads, right, of people for me to talk to. So instead of going into my Fitness Pal and sending them friend requests and saying, hey, how's it going? And my typical, rapport, I've got these people as captive audiences now in my Facebook group. I'm just out to make friends with them, right? So I'm really just sending them a friend request, and then I message them, hey, how's it going? How's your day? And I get into them with, are they married? What do they do for a living? And all that stuff. And I'm just forming them. Meanwhile, I'm creating value in my group, and I'm talking to them about, meal planning, and I'm sharing with them my meal plans. I'm talking to them about what I do, what specifics I do. I'm even pulling a little bit of what we do in our challenge groups inside the group so that they're even more, there's more value built into there. I feel like, with my eye on the prize of just making friends and creating value, that this like burden has kind of lifted off of me at the same time, because I don't feel so much pressure to make Success Club, and I feel more relaxed to just offer free value. I can spend my days putting together content on my Facebook page. The cool part about having a business page versus your personal page is that you're creating a retail space, almost like your storefront, where you're adding value, and you're creating an environment that attracts people to you. So I don't feel like I'm posting too much versus on my personal page, where I was always like, oh, I don't want them to get sick of me, because the people on my business page and my like page, they're there because they want to be, not because they're just a friend from high school or whatever. They've actually either sought me out and liked my page because of a video or something I shared. They want to be a part of my free group, or they've seen me somewhere else, I inspire them, and they want to jump on my page. So these people are my captive audience that want to be there. So posting 5, 8, 10 times a day about what's going on in my life, going live, doing videos, telling them about my food and what I'm up to, is just creating, that more of an inviting environment. And I talked about creating the post for your face and stuff like that. So I think that was pretty much it. I did a lot of kind of review from the last time when I think the team call that we did before the interview, I went through a lot of this stuff too, just because it's so important. And again, it's a new way of looking at this business. We are set up to call on or message, X amount of people every day, add people to your network every day. And just finding that this is just such a more efficient way to go about it. This is what Facebook has set up business pages for, to, get in there and use this to grow your business. And so when you are just, out there trying to add friends, make friends, create and build value, add content to your page, people are going to be naturally drawn to you and want to do business with you. Other people that are like you. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything that I wasn't clear about. Make sure that you post below the recording, watch the recording, and then message me if you have any questions. And I will see you guys on our page.